Hello folks, David with 39 Minute Workout here, and I promised all my members and people who follow me through email to talk about a progression today, how to do a pull-up. Do you struggle with pull-ups? Do you struggle being able to do even just one good toes on the ground body weight push-up? Did I say pull-up?
You were saying pull-up, yeah.
Well, damn. Push-up. I just taped 2 workouts. That's my excuse. I just taped 2 workouts for our online members, and I guess I got stupid while I did the workouts. But push-ups is what we're here to talk about. So we're going to talk about if you can't do one good bodyweight push-up. Today I'm going to talk to you about the progression, which just means steps to get you to be able to do that. Because for a lot of women, some men, but more about my female clients, struggle to get there. And then because they don't know how to, they often can't progress. They're often sort of stuck at a certain point. Or, even worse, they do really bad form. So let's talk about the no-nos of the push-up world. And then I'll talk to you about what you got to get stronger at, and then the progression, okay? So 3 things today. The no-nos are really what I see that I don't want to see. I see this in planks and push-ups, is butt up in the air like this because you feel not strong enough. So what this does is takes my abs out of it. So when your core's not strong enough, this is gonna feel like your abs are working a lot harder. So what do? You cheat and go like this, right? And so then you get these sort of not very good push-ups. That's not a push-up, okay? The next one, even worse, because this one will injure you, and I'm not gonna show it very long, is they drop their hips and belly. Do you see that curvature right here, folks? If you drop your hips and your belly and you feel a pinch in your back, that is dangerous. That's bad news. That's going to actually get you injured. It's going to bug your lumbar spine. So both of them are signs of weakness, but it's not to despair. I've taken clients as late as their 70s and got them doing 90-degree, right, with the arm push-ups. Maybe not all the way to the floor, but 90-degree, which is your goal, is to get this elbow to at least 90 degrees, okay? So first I'm going to teach you 2 drills you got to get better at. One, surprisingly, is the core. Even if you think you've got strong abs, here's a way to know if your core isn't strong enough, okay? Do this little test with me. If you lay on the ground and you put your hands right next to your chest, which is where you're strong, and you go to push up and your belly doesn't come up in the air like that, your belly lags behind like this, what that means is either your core literally isn't firing correctly when it should, or it's not strong enough, okay? So you want to work on planks. You gotta work on planks. You should be able, when you come to the floor, to push up and your body comes up in one unit. And you might think this is just pressing muscles. It's not, it's a lot of abs. So here's how you're gonna progress in plank. I don't want you to try and do these 3 5-minute plank things. You don't have any earthly reason to have to hold a plank that long. But I want you to be able to hold a 30 to 60 second plank with great form on your elbows with your butt down locked. Again, not up here and not dropped in your spine, okay? If you want to get better at a plank, only work up to a minute at the most and walk your elbows further away. That is one tip to really make the plank more effective. Walk your elbows further away and take your palms and crush them together. If you're in the sporting mood and you want to try this with me, I challenge you to get on your elbows and get up in a plank and walk your elbows out about 3 to 5 inches and squeeze your palms and your butt and tell me that doesn't work your abs a little bit harder, okay? So that's numero uno in terms of getting you to be able to do a push-up, oddly, is to be able to do a good plank. Next, if you can't do a good push-up, it will benefit you to do a pressing motion this way. So you could lay on a bench at the gym and grab dumbbells. You could do my favorite, which is a Bosu floor press. So all you need is one of these fancy Bosus. I wouldn't do this on a ball, folks, dangerous. Get on a Bosu, grab dumbbells or kettlebells, and do as follows. This is a great progression. We're talking progression now. From this up to a bodyweight push-up, okay? So I'm going to curl my weights up. They're gonna go right next to my chest. Then I'm gonna get my hips up, and then I'm gonna press from there. If you're on a rounded surface like this, I want this under your chest, not So you're balancing like a tabletop on this. This won't make you stronger, okay? Butt right in front of the Bosu, curl it up, hips up, and we're gonna press from there. So I keep my hips high, and I lower to my chest, and I press. And when I'm done that, right, 5, 8 reps, no more than that, I put the arms down and I sit next to my side. Where people go wrong, and the reason you may find it hard to progress ever from weights to a push-up is if you have weights in your hand where you're able to do 10 to 15 bench presses or floor presses, i.e. laying on your back, you aren't working on strength, you're working on endurance. You aren't going to get stronger working with a bell so light that you can do 10 to 15 reps. That's a big mistake many people make, right? We need to get weights in your hand that are a struggle to do 3 to 5, 8 reps maximum, that it's like a hard fought 5 reps. What I found is when women can work up to 25, 30 pounds, something like that, and if that sounds crazy, it's not. I could show you some clients that would blow your mind that they can do that. When you get comfortable and you can press that heavy, then it's time to work on push-ups. So the next step in the progression is your knee push-up, but these are done horribly wrong, worse than toe push-ups. This is where most people do the knee push-up. They bend their hips, this is an angle, and then they basically do this. Their hands are coming to their face, and their hips are not traveling. Folks, you literally will never get stronger doing this. You'll never get stronger. You have to walk your hands out. Do you see where my hips are now? Level. You should be able to draw a straight line from your hip, from your knee, up through your shoulder, right? This is not a straight line. Right here, my belly now has to tighten, and now I can be strong. When you come down, you want hands next to the nipple, next to the chest, not up by your face, weak, okay? Next to the chest and up. But you see how my hips are in a straight line, and my whole torso is coming with me. My whole torso is moving up and down as one unit, okay? It's on Facebook Live.
Okay, you're back on.
Oh, we're back, okay. The one downside of Facebook Live is when the signal goes, so goes the live. So here we are back, folks. I hope you all saw the knee push-up part, because that's what I just finished. We talked floor press, we talked knee push-up, now we're gonna talk toe push-up. I've got one more step till we get up to a good body weight push-up. And that is now, your hands are next to your chest, straight in front of your chest. You're in a good plank position, and I'm gonna work on what we call the negative, okay? I want you now to work on this motion. You're gonna go down under control to the floor, and then sit back up. Down under control, and then sit back up, okay? So you can sort of cheat your way back up, and I want you to work on controlling the descent of that motion all the way through. The only way this isn't safe is if you literally get halfway down and collapse on your face. Obviously it's too hard, don't go as far, but this is a good way to get used to the depth of the push-up. So maybe 5 to 10 reps like this, control, and then roll back up, okay? Once you're there, once you progress with that over a couple of weeks, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, then it's time to knock out some good push-ups. There's not much more to say about it at that point other than hands close to the chest, belly tight like you're in a plank, so tuck your tailbone, drop as low as you can, and then press back up. What I want to see with that arm is 90-degree bend, and then back up at least. If you can touch your chest, that's great, but you don't have to. I just want to at least see that arm get to 90 degrees and then press back up. So that's your push-up progression, how to do it safely and smart. Hope that was helpful, folks. Check us out on Breakthrough 39. That's a private Facebook group for people just like you. Love to have you over there. Got lots of great tools and tips, fitness and nutrition. See you next time.